Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today we're reacting to Goddess Devi is my kind of woman. Women. I think it should be woman. Unless there's multiple. Anyways, God, Energy, Linga, Bhavravi, Temple, Sadhguru Adiyogi. Why Devis are so scary? All of them? Anyways, just gonna get started.
So she's of a certain kind.
That's low.
She's my kind of a woman. Powerful, crazy, deeply compassionate. But neither you can entangle her, nor will she entangle you. That was very important for me. That is why she's made the way she's made. She's not in any way entangling, just powerful, fantastic.
Namaskaram Sadhguru. You have said once you empty yourself, then Devi has no choice but to be with you. And if Devi is with you, I also do not have a choice. How do I empty myself and imbibe Devi's grace? Will Devi Yantra help me empty myself? Can I do some sadhana for this?
This presence and absence is a very mistaken thing by a lot of people. What is feminine? What is masculine? Is just a certain aspect of life, certain manifestation of life. It's not life itself. Life itself is a torrent of energy. It has no masculine, it has no feminine. Manifestations have happened, feminine and masculine. So, our fundamental idea of masculine and feminine is male and female. Because in the human species there is male and female, this whole masculine, feminine, the idea of masculine and feminine is trying to understand a male and a female beyond body parts. Right now, being male and female is only a question of body parts. Masculine and feminine means a subtler dimension of the same thing beyond physical manifestations. So we're talking about the feminine. So if you distill the feminine out of the female, a female is a certain type of body, a male is a certain type of body. If you take the masculine out of the out of a male body, that is masculine in its purity. If you take the feminine out of the female body, that is feminine in a certain purity without the foundations of physicality. Why is this important? It is important because physical manifestations have instigated a certain level of compulsiveness, a certain level of entanglement in the whole process. So to be able to enjoy that dimension without entanglement, to be able to enjoy that dimension without actually, without physical consequences to it. But what is masculine, what is feminine manifests itself in many other forms. Man is not always the same, nor a woman is not always the same. At different times, different zones, different ways, this masculine and feminine functions differently. So what is Devi is a certain dimension of feminine. I don't know where this what is the origin of this story, because there is no enough, there is no enough ecosystem to come up with a story like that in that culture. When people talk about out of a man's rib a woman came, well, this is this is not to be looked at in terms of in terms of male domination and insignificance of female existence. That is a social thing, leaving that. This always intrigued me, but I don't see any other ecosystem supporting that, because pulling out the feminine out of one's body and manifesting it has been very much a part of this culture.
I'm gonna rewind that.
Supporting that, because pulling out the feminine out of one's body and manifesting it has been very much a part of this culture.
Pulling out… sorry, intrigue me, but I don't see any other ecosystem supporting that.
Because pulling out the feminine out of one's body and manifesting it has been very much a part of this culture.
Whose body?
Always the Devi temples had a more vibrant and powerful hitting in the face kind of energy compared to Shiva temples, which are more subtle and balanced, simply because it is largely, if it is even done with use of sounds or mantras and rituals and processes, still it is of a certain kind. But essentially it is something that you pull out of your system and put it there in a certain way. So when we manifested the Bhairavi, we chose Bhairavi little so that people don't fall in love with her. If she was… they would fall in love with her. So I made her like this, but in spite of that, people are falling in love with her. Though I made her look like anything other than a female. Nowhere related to a female form in any sense, but still feel people are immensely falling in love with her because the sheer energy, if you close your eyes and sit, she is a fantastic woman. Fantastic woman does not mean nice. You must know this. Not always nice, but fantastic. So you must always know this, fantastic is not always nice. It's just when life is happening in a torrent, it's fantastic. Is it always nice? No, you may get washed away. If you've ever seen a flash flood, I just escaped one by a few seconds once, otherwise I would have been washed away in that flash flood. Wow, when it flew, when it came, its force, its fury, the kind of energy it carried, it just lasted only maybe 6 to 8 minutes. But that image will never ever go away from your mind because the power of it is such, it's fantastic. A tsunami is fantastic, but it's not nice. A volcano is fantastic, but not nice. Not nice to you, unless you're far away. So, I said she is fantastic, I didn't say she is nice. If you are the kind who enjoys the fantastic, because that's where life is. That's where life is. You become nice because you've been tamed. Does it mean to say you have to be ugly in your behavior? No. Fantastic has a beauty which nobody can ignore. Nice is only a convenience for you. For your present temperament, it's a convenience. But if everything around you was nice, you will want to leave that damn place and go because you can't stand it. Nice will kill you. Fantastic keeps you alive because it is the nature of life. The very life is like this, it's fantastic, it's not necessarily nice. If you are riding it, if you are riding the tsunami wave, fantastic. If you are beneath it, not nice at all. So she is of a certain kind. She's my kind of a woman. Powerful, crazy, deeply compassionate. But neither you can entangle her, nor will she entangle you. That was very important for me. That is why she's made the way she's made. She's not in any way entangling, just powerful, fantastic.
I am kind of lost in what Sadhguru is trying to talk about here. What's David Temple's had more vibrant and power? She's fantastic, but not nice. Not nice to you unless you're far. Well, that's the volcano he was talking about. Oops.
Who enjoys
You become nice because you've been tamed. That's where life is. You become nice because you've been tamed. That doesn't mean to say that you have to be ugly in your behavior, no? I guess, at least in that one, I understood it to be, you don't have to be nice, but you don't have to be mean. So just, I guess, normal? But I am very much lost in this. Saying Devi is a little crazy. I could do without the crazy. Everything else is fine. She can't stand it. I am really lost in what he's trying to say here. Powerful, fine.
powerful, crazy.
Crazy can be crazy.
Deeply compassionate.
That's very much nice. Deeply compassionate.
But neither you can entangle her, nor will she entangle you.
And I don't know what he means by entangled. Generally, whenever people get married, they're, in some sense you could say entangled, because they can no longer leave each other, because they're married to each other. I don't know if I don't know if he means exclusive with each other, or does it mean like they don't hold each other up in terms of like, if you want to do something, she'll let you do it, and if she wants to do something, you'll let her do it, kind of thing. Like kind of entanglement. Mistaken. Let me get to the question that the guy asked.
Namaskaram Sadhguru. You have said once you empty yourself, then Devi has no choice but to be with you. And if Devi is with you, I also do not have a choice. How do I empty myself and imbibe Devi's grace? Will Devi Yantra help me empty myself? Can I do some sadhana for this?
Soften the power with Devi's grace, and if Devi is with you, I also do not have a choice. You once said, you empty yourself, then Devi has no choice but to be with you. And if Devi is with you, I also do not have a choice. I am really lost in this one. Its presence, very absence, very. What is feminine? What is masculine? It's just a certain aspect of life's certain manifestation. Life itself is a torrent of energy. It's not. It has no masculine. It has no feminine. Manifestations have happened. Feminine and masculine. Our fundamental ideas of masculine and feminine is male and female. Because of the human species, there's a male and female. The whole masculine and feminine. The idea of masculine and female is trying to understand right now. Being male and female is a question of body parts. Masculine and feminine means a subtle dimension of the same thing beyond physical manifestation. So we're talking about the feminine. Out of the feminine is a certain type of body, and male is a certain type of body. If you take the masculine out, and the masculine in its purity, and take the feminine and the foundation of and feminine purity without the foundation of physicality. It's important to have instigated a certain level of compulsiveness, a certain level of entanglement in the whole process. So to be able to enjoy that dimensions without entanglement, to be able to enjoy that dimension without, without physical consequences to it. Try without entanglement. So we'll enjoy that dimension without physical consequences. So it's enjoying, so far in this one, it's enjoying something without, in a sense, consequences and being absolutely free. But what is masculine? What is the feminine manifestation itself in many other forms? Man is not always the same, nor is woman. It's not always the same at different times, different zones, different ways. The masculine and feminine functions differently. So what is Devi is a certain dimension of feminine. I don't know where the story because there's not enough ecosystem. Cultural talk, out of a man's rib a woman came. That's not to be looked at in terms of. This is very much, it talks about like the Bible, at least my first time ever hearing anything like this is from the Bible, where God put Adam to sleep because Adam is like bored of the animals. So God put Adam to sleep, ripped out a rib, and created Eve to be subservient, or to be his wife. I don't know whether it's subservient or whatever. I didn't really read that part, but to be his partner in life. Although there's another story where actually Adam and Lilith were created of equals. I don't know how true that story is, but it's a whole different game at that point. Dimensions in singleness females. That's a social thing, leave it at that. This always intrigued me, but I don't see any other ecosystem supporting that, because pulling out a manifestation has manifesting it has been very much a part of this culture. Always the Devi temples had more vibrant and powerful hidden force phase. So yeah, I think here
a part of this, out of one's body, and manifesting it has been very much a part of this culture. Always
they also have more vibrant power. Shiva temple souls. He's saying a lot I don't quite understand here. I'm sorry I'm going through it all again, but the first time reading it through, I guess it's probably more of the, well, let's say the occult part of Sadhguru, but he's talking about things that I've not heard him necessarily talk about, or at least he didn't explain it well in this video, or perhaps the cut isn't explained very well. I'm sure there's probably much like getting into Advaita Vedanta at first. It was difficult until I got to react more things so I can understand it. Simply because it is even done using sounds mantra surgical process, but essentially it's something that you pull out of your system and put in there in a certain way. So when it manifests as the Bharati, choose Bharati a little so that people don't fall in love with her. Though other than female, there's no related to female form in any sense, but still people are immensely fantastic woman doesn't mean nice. You must know this, not always nice, so you must always know the fantastic is not always nice. When life is happening in a torrent, it's fantastic, a torrent. And I'm wondering if at this point he's talking about along the lines of, if life was so easy it'd be boring, and having a little bit of a spice in your life, like a little bit of, I guess some people call it drama in your life, will make it exciting. And I'm sorry, but I just thought of something whenever a little spice in your life, and how he talks about the feminine, or the Devi here, about crazy. And I do watch certain kind of, I won't say dating videos, but they talk men and women talk, but it's a lot of women in the shows, and men are the host of it. And they talk to like college women, and they talk about how women are kind of crazy, and they want, in the sense that they want drama in their life, it's a little bit difficult, but I'll just say this, and you have to look up more information for yourself. Women don't find nice guys or boring guys attractive or exciting. They find them boring. So they go for they tend to pick the bad guys. At least in the videos that I've watched, it was usually in either college towns or very metropolitan style areas where there's a lot of people in a dense area. You know, they tend to they're attracted to drama and bad boys. So that's where the crazy comes in there. It's like, okay, maybe I'm starting to understand Sadhguru a little bit there. Now, I don't know if that's anywhere else, but at least in the videos that I've watched on YouTube, and it's happening in. I know they did a recording in Miami, I think in London, in California, somewhere in California. I don't know the city of it. I'm not sure about New York or any other place, but there's just a few videos that I've seen out there, and it's like they're all almost thinking alike. They're all kind of a little bit of crazy can be fun, but too much is a bit much. And I'm wondering if that's what he's talking about. Is it nice? No, you may get washed away. It escapes by a few seconds almost. Yeah. Wow, when it came, force was full of energy. So yeah, and you know, I mean, then again, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm guessing everyone's not, I won't say a balance, but everyone has masculine and feminine energy, but females have more feminine and men has more masculine. But nonetheless, that we can conjure up both, and there are going to be some men out there that will conjure up their feminine energy, I suppose, and bring a little bit of crazy and fury out there into the world. So that image will never go away from me. And so this is what he's talking about, how the tsunami, I guess, was, or the flash flood was really crazy and really energetic. It could have took him out, but that during that 6 to 8 minutes he was talking about, it's very intense. The tsunami is sometimes, but it's not nice. Okay, it's funny, but it's not nice. Yeah, and not nice unless you're far away from it. Well, it's still not nice even if you're far away from it. She is nice. I didn't say she's nice. You become nice because you've been tamed in your behavior, no? Fantastic, which nobody can ignore. For your present temperament, it is convenience, but in everything around you, you was nice. You will want to leave that damn place and go. I mean, I kind of get what it's saying here. I think, anyway, it's the fact that, you know, peace, calm, serenity, which is kind of weird. It seems like the opposite of what Sadhguru kind of preach a little, because he says he's always blissed out. That means he's always nice and in peace. But then again, I don't know, maybe he'll say like sometimes he I don't know, maybe he doesn't go into a nice place. I don't know. I mean, that's what we're aiming for, is it not? Is to be in a nice and peaceful place. But if everything around you was nice, you'd want to leave that. No, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I don't think so. Right now, all thing we know is like really, it's barely any nice, mostly mean and terrible places. Well, let's say, you know, it's mostly not nice, but it's, you know, neutral to sometimes bad, I guess. So having a long period of nice would be nice. But then again, we do live in a very peaceful time at the moment, for the most part. You can't stand it. Fantastic keeps you alive because it's the nature of life. The very life is like this. It's fantastic. It's not necessarily nice. If you're riding a tsunami wave, not nice at all. But she's kind of waiting.
Fantastic. If you're beneath it, not nice at all.
Yeah. Okay, so basically it's saying, I guess, high energy. It can be bad, it can be good, depending on where you're at relative to the energy that the Devi is putting out. Again, like the tsunami that he gave, it's the fact that if you're riding that high energy wave, if you're with it, then you're going to have excitement, but if you trip up or anything and you go underneath that wave, then it's going to be a bad time. Did I understand it correctly? This video has gone way too long because I'm trying to analyze, because I really didn't understand what he was talking about throughout this entire time. It almost seems like he was repeating himself, but as I read it through with them again, I think I understood it. Let me know. Anyways, I gotta end it here because this has gone on for way too long. If you like more content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.